Joe Bob's supersized 6th season, trick-or-treat toys, and are you still afraid of the dark? All on this Monday edition of Spill the Guts.
I like it spooky.
Hello and welcome. My name is Clint, and I am one half of the I Like It Spooky Horror podcast, which brings you a minimum of 18 choices of listening pleasure each month, including our flagship featured news, reviews, interviews, and entertainment show every other week, like the one that released yesterday discussing the foggy, influential Christopher Lee classic, Horror Hotel. Let's fast forward from that trip into the past to some news of the current, as today is Monday, October 2nd, and this just in. First story of the day comes from BloodyDisgusting.com, who reports that Joe Bob Briggs and Darcy will return in an upcoming 6th season of their hit Shudder series, The Last Drive-In with Joe Bob Briggs. Deadline explains the even better news is that it'll be a super-sized season. The new season will see Briggs host and dissect more than 30 films, which is a new record. Additionally, the world's foremost drive-in movie critic will be back for 2 more Halloween-themed specials in October, a holiday special in December, and a Valentine's Day special in February, before transitioning to a new series format in March of 2024. In the new format, The Last Drive-In will spotlight one movie every other Friday versus the double features we've become accustomed to. In an interview with Deadline, Joe Bob said, quote, "As everyone knows, you should never invite me into your home because I always show up. Shudder has graciously invited me to stick around for a 6th year, and I intend to use that kindness to haunt your phones, laptops, and big screen TVs with the most ghastly examples of perversity in the history of cinema. Plus a few old jokes and some celebrity guests who will still return our phone calls. Put it all together, and it spells partay." Next up is news from the New York Toy Fair, which ends tomorrow, and so far has seen several companies unveiling some mind-blowing and must-have upcoming collectibles. Perhaps one of the most exciting announcements came from Trick or Treat Studios, who showcased several new goodies at their booth. Get your wallet ready, because the treasure trove includes their Scream Great Series 2 8-inch Killer Clowns from Outer Space trio, 6 5-inch Gwar action figures, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre dinner table playset, including the Cook, the Hitchhiker, Grandpa, Sally, and, of course, Leatherface, Day of the Dead figures, including Bub, Dr. Tongue, and I'm really excited for these two, Captain Rhodes and Sarah, a Toxic Crusader line, Terrifier prototypes, including Art the Clown with his eye hanging out, Little Pale Girl, and Sienna in her Winged Avenger cosplay glory, not to mention a set of 5 5-inch Goosebumps figures that include the Mummy, the Mud Monster, Slappy, the Scarecrow, and the Haunted Mask. But wait, there's more! Make sure to check out the Trick or Treat Studios Facebook page or trickortreatstudios.com to see what else they have in store for us. Get it? In store? Because they're a store that sells things. I'm going to need to get a second job. And it is that time once again to pause for station identification and hear from our podcast network, the PFPN.
You're listening to the Prescribed Films Podcast Network, home to hundreds of hours of free podcast entertainment. The shows on this network all have a common goal: providing you with the best discussions about movies and other forms of entertainment media. The PFPN hopes to fill your earholes with audio joy. Visit our website with links to all the other amazing shows at www.thepfpn.com. Thanks for listening.
Last story of the day comes from Dread Central, who lets us know that hot on the heels of the Slayer, a Buffyverse story Audible announcement, comes another treat for horror enthusiasts. Fans of perennial gateway horror favorite Are You Afraid of the Dark can now check out Are You Afraid of the Dark, the official podcast on Audible. The new original series follows a new generation of Midnight Society members as they contend with all manner of spooky Halloween haunts. Both the original and rebooted live-action series are additionally available to stream on Paramount Plus for those still filling out their Halloween watch lists. Audible notes the series is appropriate for the whole family, with Are You Afraid of the Dark, the official podcast, looking to bring classic gateway chills into an entirely new medium. The series looks to take advantage of the theater of your mind, augmenting tension with creaking floorboards, rustling woods, and whispers in the audience's ears. I will include a link to this Dread Central article on the I Like It Spooky Horror Podcast Facebook page, which includes a teaser trailer for the project, as well as an episode list and direct links to listen in on the spooky action. And that is a wrap on your Monday news. As always, don't forget to connect with the I Like It Spooky Horror Podcast on all mainstream social media platforms, and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. This will be a full week of content as the new feature episode released yesterday. Brand new appendages segments drop this Tuesday and Thursday, showcasing free horror movies to stream on the Crackle and Redbox apps, and Leah will be back this coming Saturday with more mishmash. With all of that going on, don't forget to join me back here this coming Wednesday for more news on another edition of Spill the Guts.
Hey, what's wrong with you, man? Show some fucking respect for the dead, will ya?